The Rowan County clerk is back at work today. A same-sex couple got a marriage license, but that doesn't mean everything is resolved. I'll tell you why coming up.
And our temperatures are starting to warm up out there for us today. After starting off in the low and mid 40s, we're back into the 70s and will continue to warm this week. I'll have a closer look at that.
And a Kentucky State Police trooper is gunned down in the line of duty. New information about Trooper Joseph Ponder and the man who killed him now at 4.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good afternoon. Part of a busy Lexington road remains closed after a deadly crash. It happened about 2 this afternoon on Richmond Road at Squires. Police say a dump truck collided with an SUV. Police reconstruction units remain at the scene. WKYT's Sam Smith is live there with the breaking details. Sam?
Now, the inbound side of Richmond Road is open. The outbound side is closed right now, but it should open again soon. The vehicles involved in this deadly wreck have just been towed away. Police say it happened around 2 o'clock this afternoon. They say a dump truck going outbound collided with an SUV going inbound near Squires Road. They say the driver of the SUV turned left into the path of the dump truck. Police say the driver of the dump truck is okay. They say there were 3 people in the SUV. The driver and the rear passenger were taken to the hospital with minor and serious injuries respectively. The passenger in the front seat of the SUV was pronounced dead at the scene.
The front passenger of this vehicle has suffered injuries causing his death. At this time, it appears that it's going to be multiple blunt force internal trauma.
The coroner says the deceased was wearing his seatbelt. The office has not released his name. Live in Lexington, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Thank you, Sam. Well, after a cooler than normal weekend, we're in for more changes this week. We started the day in the mid 40s here in Lexington, and it's turned out to be a beautiful afternoon. Here's a live look at Triangle Park in downtown. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell has a first look at the forecast. Jim, what a great day.
Oh, it has been spectacular out there with temperatures finally recovering after that early morning chill. Now you see that we're in the low and mid 70s area wide. Just a fantastic feel to the day, and we're going to hold on to that, it looks like, throughout the rest of the evening. But eventually we'll watch everything get on the chilly side. You compare this to yesterday, we're 5 close to 10 degrees warmer. That is a big difference because yesterday we were only in the mid 60s right around this time. Tonight, we'll likely see temperatures dip into the low 50s and upper 40s in a few locations. We're tracking absolutely nothing on Defender here for you on this Monday. Clean sweeps across the Commonwealth and to our north, to our south, all around. You have to go a good little ways away to find even cloud cover at this point. And there you see the broad view, some very high, thin clouds showing up across Missouri. That's it. That's as close as they get to us, at least today. Now, as we advance through the rest of the week, we will start to see some changes. We'll start to warm things up, and then we will get wet again. But we have a lot of time before that happens. We'll take a closer look at all of it coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Jim. Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis is back at work for the first time since she was released from jail last week. This morning, she said she won't interfere with deputies issuing marriage licenses to same-sex couples, but she doesn't believe those licenses are valid. WKYT's Sean Moody is live in Rowan County with our top story at 4. Sean?
Hey there, Jennifer. It's all pretty calm now after a lively morning out here. This was Kim Davis's first day back in the office since she was released from jail, and she read a statement to reporters before her office opened this morning about her decision. She said she was faced with an impossible choice between her conscience and her freedom. She said she doesn't authorize her deputies to issue those licenses, but if they do, she says she won't take any action against them. Davis again asked the governor and the legislature to come up with an accommodation for county clerks who say that authorizing those licenses violates their religious convictions. Her attorney said she removed her name, her title, and her authority from the license that went out today. Instead, that license will read that it was issued pursuant to a federal court order. Her attorney said that satisfies her conscience, and she hopes the judge's ruling. Shannon and Carmen Wampler-Collins came to the courthouse around 10:30 this morning. They said they've been together for 20 years and have family here in the area. A deputy clerk issued them a license. They said they weren't sure they'd ever see the day they could get a marriage license in Rowan County, although Davis said she wasn't sure it would be valid.
It was really really surreal. It was really hard to believe it was happening. I mean, just a lot of excitement and just really overjoyed about it.
Judge Bunning indicated last week that he was willing to accept altered marriage license, even though he was not certain of their validity. I, too, have grave doubts whether the license issued under these conditions are even valid.
Now, even though she said she's not sure they're valid, Davis's attorney said she earnestly hopes that they are sufficient to move forward in the judge's eyes. He said Davis is not looking to pick a fight, but rather to find a way to do her job without compromising her convictions. That attorney also said that they're working on a new state lawsuit against Kentucky Governor Steve Beshear for not providing an accommodation in this case. I'll tell you more about that coming up. Live in Rowan County, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Governor Beshear and Attorney General Jack Conway have both said they believe those licenses are valid. We've learned the name of a Lexington man police say tried to kill his wife, then killed himself. The shootings happened about 9 this morning at the couple's home on Tulane Drive near Wilson Downing Road. Police say 74-year-old Millard Ray West shot his wife before he shot and killed himself. West's wife was taken to UK Hospital and is expected to survive. Neighbors tell us the couple had health issues and West had been caring for his wife. We're learning more about a Kentucky State Police trooper killed in the line of duty late last night. State Police say Trooper Joseph Ponder was trying to make a traffic stop on I-24 in Lyon County when Joseph Johnson Shanks shot and killed him. That led to a manhunt. Investigators say troopers shot Shanks in a wooded area this morning after he refused to put down his gun. He died at a hospital. Ponder was a Hardin County native who turned down a track scholarship to join the U.S. Navy. We'll have reaction to his murder on WKYT News at 5. Our reporters are working on a number of other stories for WKYT starting at 4:30. Sam Dick is in the newsroom with a look at some of the news in progress. Good afternoon, Sam.
Good afternoon, Jennifer. A scam alert today out of Clark County. Winchester police say that someone is calling people claiming that they have a warrant out on them, and if they don't pay up, they'll be arrested. Police tell us the tricks the scammers are using to get victims to fall for it and how to protect yourself on WKYT News at 4:30. A woman admits she caused a deadly Scott County crash. Carolyn Brunig pled guilty to reckless homicide, the 2013 death of Seth Gibson. Police say that he died after she crashed her car into a tree on Weisenberger Mill Road. It was also her second DUI in 2 years.
You're out with your best friend and this tragedy like this occurs. She's heartbroken the whole time, and I see true remorse in her. And if, you know, it's one of those things, if you could take it back, you certainly would, or if you could trade places, you certainly would.
We'll tell you what sentence was recommended on WKYT News at 5:30. Tempers flaring at the Danville Barbecue Festival this past weekend and ended with a pitmaster thrown in jail. Police say that workers for 2 vendors had a disagreement about sharing a cooker when 42-year-old Mike Owings threw a brisket estimated to be between 200 and 250 degrees. The hot meat hit a woman working for Firehouse Barbecue. Police say Owings admitted to throwing the brisket after losing his temper, but he said he didn't mean to hurt anyone. We'll tell you what he's charged with on WKYT News at 6 o'clock. That's a look at some of the news in progress. Jennifer, back to you.
Thanks, Sam. Now to stories making headlines across the nation at 4. Police in Mississippi are searching for a university employee considered to be a person of interest in the murder of a college history professor. Ethan Schmidt was shot to death this morning inside his office at Delta State University in Cleveland. Police want to find Shannon Lamb. They say Lamb also might be involved in another killing in Mississippi about 300 miles away. 23,000 people have been displaced due to wildfires in Northern California. One north of Napa has burned more than 61,000 acres. 500 homes, a 50-unit apartment building, and about 1,000 other buildings have all burned. The fire is only about 5% contained. The 2016 race for the White House has had some unusual and unexpected twists. Today, a pair of Republican candidates who've never held elected office are battling atop the GOP polls. And on the Democratic side, the new frontrunner in early voting states makes a pitch to unlikely supporters. Craig Boswell has all the latest campaign action.
This is not a typical Bernie Sanders campaign rally.
Senator Sanders, we made room for a lot of your supporters locally here on the front row, so you've got a fan club here.
The Democratic presidential candidate is seeking support at Liberty University, a conservative Christian institution.
It is harder, but not less important, for us to try and communicate with those who do not agree with us on every issue.
Sanders, the self-described socialist, sought economic common ground from the audience, but he did not have many supporters when it came down to his views on social issues.
I respect your point of view. I hope you'll respect my point of view.
His appearance comes as he is surging in recent polls, now leading Hillary Clinton by 10 points in Iowa and 22 points in New Hampshire. The Democratic candidates have avoided directly attacking one another, but will soon face off in a debate next month. The Republicans go head-to-head this Wednesday in Simi Valley, California.
Ben Carson is a very nice man. He's surging, but he's way behind me. I'm saying, well, what about me? I'm leading. They don't mention that.
One thing that bodes well for Trump, when asked what's important to them, nearly 40% of Republicans in early voting states say business experience. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Washington.